Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today we are looking at the Tier 7 German heavy tank, the Tiger 1. The Tiger 1 is one of two German heavies. There is also the Tiger P, which is heavier, armored, slower. But the Tiger 1 I think is the better one here. Now I'm going to do things differently today. I had a comment last week about trying to do a more in-depth review, so we're going to go use Tanks GG. So I'm not going to go through all these stats in the garage here. Maybe have a look around here, I guess. Look how cool this thing is. Now this tank was very venerable in World War II. Americans were fearing this thing all over the place because of the long 88 this thing had. And also, I mean, 100 millimeters was enough for the Shermans to have lots of trouble penning it. So here we are. Let's go see the statistics in Tanks GG. Alright guys, here we are in Tanks GG. This is a program that's on internet that anybody can go check out. I'm going to use this, I'm going to start using it for my tank reviews, just to give you a more in-depth view of every tank. So here I am with the Tiger 1. I also brought the IS, the T29, the ONI, the Tiger P, and the Black Prince. I did not bring the ML49 MLE. I think it's the French Tier 7. It's, you know, it's really not that popular. But I will probably, show some key features that the French heavy does have over a few of these competitors. So first of all, what we can see is the DPM on the Tiger 1 is much better than all of the competitors up here by like 15 to 20%. Really, the right off the bat, the DPM and the penetration of the gun is very good. So really, it really starts off well. As you can see, when you see red, it means that they are worse, and green means that the stats are better on the others. So you can see the low DPM, I guess, but the Black Prince does have a really low DPM gun with low penetration, but does have some decent penetration on the premium shells. So you can see the DPM is very good. Rate of fire is also very good. It has a long 88, and some of these others like the T29 has a 105. The IS has the venerable 122 Russian gun. We do have 72 shells in the Tiger 1, so you will never run out of shells. Not a problem. And you can see also, really the gun is the strength of the Tiger 1. You can see the aim time is 2.59, which is better than 3/4 of the group here. Only bested by the Black Prince and the T29. Also, gun elevation is pretty poor. But you can see the turret on the turret traverse. It is really epic. You can really turn the turret and almost snapshot right away, and the shell will not go flying crazily all over the place like maybe the IS would, or any of the other derpish more guns. This is a more accurate gun. So you can see the gun depression is 7 degrees, which is okay. It's right in the middle of here. 40 kilometers top speed. You will not really get there unless you're going downhill. Has 700 horsepower, but it is pretty heavy, so a power to weight ratio of 12.21, which is okay. It's right in the middle of the pack, I guess. The IS is the speedy one in this group. Turret traverse is very slow on the Tiger 1. Is one of its weaknesses. Really slow turret traverse, but the tank traverse is okay. It's fairly good. It'll do a good job. You can see the hull armor, which really is pretty bad. 100, but really square. You can see the competitors here, pretty much all of them have more armor. Turret armor also 100, but 100 in the front really is without the gun mantle. We will go see the armor bottle very soon. So that's about it for this. You can see the view range is 380 meters, which is up there with the best with the Tiger 1. You can actually spout this thing. The shell cost, guys, 252 credits. Really, it is really inexpensive. You will probably make more credits with the Tiger 1 if you play it well than with, I don't know, IS or ONI if you play it well. Simply because the shell cost is not a lot and the penetration is better. Although it does have only 240 alpha average damage, you can actually put 4 shells in for every IS shell and do more damage, I guess. So that's about it. So let's go see the armor model. Alright guys, this is the armor viewer, and I positioned the Tiger 1 to do side scraping, and I wanted to show you something. Now, the stats say this thing has 80 millimeters of side armor. Here it is, 80 millimeters, and this is above 70 degrees, just so you will auto bounce everything that doesn't overmatch. But you know, really 80 millimeters, nobody will overmatch. But you have to be careful here. This is 60 millimeters right here. So you might have a potential to be overmatched, but there is one big problem with the Tiger. When you side scrape out the turret, the hull is so wide that if you side scrape out, this is me aiming at you, and when I side scrape, you'll be able to hit right here easily, and like 103 millimeters, anybody will penetrate. When you're side scraping, meaning that you're probably fighting heavies, nobody's gonna bounce off 100 millimeters of armor. I mean, it's really so you have to be careful with this thing. You really have to make them shoot you and then back up and shoot. So you can see the frontal hull armor is really not that good. There is this nice angled plate here. Lower plate is really not that great. I mean, lower is pretty good, 140. Mid plate is pretty bad. The armor on the Tiger 1 is not its forte. You can see the turret here. Their mantlet it's kind of derpy. Like you only have 50 millimeters here, here, and here. But you do have zones with 200 and such. Whatever you do, don't shoot the side of the turret like here. It's an auto ricochet. But you can shoot right here. Anything that has a 76 millimeter gun or more will overmatch this. It only has 25 millimeters of armor. So you will auto pen this thing if you have a 76 millimeter. That means a 17 pounder for the British and more. So really, it's a small target, but you can pen it if it is hull down, I guess, and you really don't have that much of a big gun. You can do that with it, or else you can go with the cupola, which is, you know, pretty good, 83. It does go up to like 120-ish once in a while up here. So that's about the armor you will see with the Tiger. Really, it's not really an armored tank. You really have to make them jerk around and make them shoot and then back up and shoot and then back up, back in. You cannot just sit there and trade with other heavies, because if you do 240 damage and they do 390 and then you both go hide, I mean, it's the guy that has a 390 damage that's going to go and kill you in the long run. You know, you really have to either control the engagement or find a position with the Tiger 1, which is more of a mid-range heavy, I guess. You know, it's more like a support sniper, but you really have to stay there depending on if you're playing a tier 7 game or a tier 9 game. You have to play this thing according to its strengths and weaknesses, and really this thing is not really a heavy tank. So let's go see some gameplay. Alright guys, here we are in game. We are watching Kiseitenshi. I got this video on WOT Replays, and he is lucky enough to be top tier here. On the enemy team, notable opponents are the KV3, the ONE, T29, and also a couple of tier 6 and tier 5s. So he's going to go up the hill here, and you can see the mobility of the Tiger 1 really isn't that great. It does have pretty poor ground resistances. And here comes an M5 Stewart, which is being maybe a little bit brave. But Kiseitenshi here, just, I don't know, he derps the shot a little bit late. But that M5 was very courageous. He's not going to be there for very long. So you can see the Tiger 1. I think this thing is really a great looking tank. It is so nice looking. I like the details on the tracks, and I think the engine sounds is also pretty nice. Now there is an ONE here, and this guy just fired, so Kiseitenshi is going to try to move up the hill here and actually derp a shot right in there. The OI, you can see the Tiger 1 right off the bat. That gun is pretty accurate. On the move, and here comes a Leopard bouncing all over the place, and Kiseitenshi wants to lay another one in but cannot, so he auto aims the MT25, sets him on fire. Poor guy. So this game is going on pretty good right off the bat. Alright, full health, tier 5 light, tier 4 light, sorry. So Kiseitenshi is pretty happy now. He has the hill. I think the Leopard 1 just jumped off because he didn't want to fight the Tiger 1-on-1, which is pretty much understandable. So Kiseitenshi is going to be here, kind of sniping at mid-range. This is really a good place for the Tiger. Really, the gun on this thing is very good. Nice DPM. He can keep this guy tracked here. The Panzer IV-8's at tier 5, and also the KV-1, which is tier 5. He's going to track this guy. You really know a good player. Kiseitenshi is really racking up the hits here and doing the tracking and spotting and everything. So he's playing the objective, which is really cool. This is Encounter. You have to do something with the objective. You have to have some form of armor to go there and do something. So we have an ONE on our team, and boom, what a nice shot on that Cromwell. So the ONE is taking a couple of hits here. He's going to get flanked a little bit. So he's not in a hurry, Kiseitenshi. He's just waiting on targets to go by, And you can see the gun on this thing. Really, the aim time is very good for a heavy tank. And the turret traverse is pretty slow, but if you keep it at mid-range and or against heavies that are slow, you will do fine. So he kind of like snapshots one there that does not go where it's supposed to go. What a nice shot! Nice. How can you say this? Kiseitenshi is looking around. He knows what he's doing. He sees what's going on around him, and kills that Cromwell. He was trying to do some, I don't know, mountain surfing or something. Trying to be a mountain goat. So now there is one enemy on the cap here, and pretty much everybody that went for the cap on our team died. So he's gonna have to do something about it sooner than later. But the LCMX is gonna try to go in there and get some spots. You can see the KV-3 is hiding behind there. I did not show you the KV-3 in Tanks GG. It is kind of like the IS, except worse, I think. It's not as quick, maybe a little bit more hull armor, but really not that much. Tiger 1 here is really one nice tank, but you have to know how to play these things. This is not a brawling tank, really. Like I showed you, the armor isn't really that great. Another snapshot right on the side of that KV-3, no problems. 203 millimeters of penetration, 0.33 accuracy on this 88 is great. Now this gun is also on the Panther II and the WOT Tiger 88. So really, this gun is a popular gun in this game, and it's really good. It might not be a really heavy tank gun, but it does have great DPM and awesome penetration. And I think with the premium rounds, you're looking at 234 millimeters of penetration. Let's go check it out. 237. Nice drive-by shot on the Oni. Knocks him out of the game. And that's a big guy there that, probably only he and the Nashorn could actually damage. And another snapshot across rubble on the T-25-2. The American Tier 6 tank destroyer. Sorry, Tier 7 tank destroyer. Man, gotta learn my tanks here. So now, Kiseitenshi is on a top gun, and he's gonna contest the cap circle here. Now, he's in a good position. There is a Panzer IV-H on the middle here that could maybe hit him. So he's hiding behind two buildings, and he's gonna wait a little bit here. Now this game is only 5 minutes old, and this guy, Kiseitenshi, already has a top gun, which is really cool. And he showed us how to play the Tiger. You can actually do some decent snapshots. If you get a little bit lucky, you will get most of them in without a problem. So he's moving up here. He's going to try to get that KV-3. And we're just going to zoom out, look at the view from the exterior. Now the KV-3 is here on mid HP. He fires HE shell. I think he has like the 85 millimeter or something. Maybe the 107. I don't know which gun that is. It's not the 122 though. So he fired HE, and he's getting help from the T-25 here to flank him and kill him. So now they are on cap. Two guys on cap on our team. And we're going to be seeing somebody that we did not want to see soon enough. Hanging on 7 kills here. So using the nice gun, and he's gonna use his hit points soon enough. This thing does have a lot of hit points. I did not talk to you about this yet. 1,500 hit points. That's like 200 more than pretty much everybody else. And he fires at the T-67 there, tracks him and kills him. And the Panzer IV-H is somewhere up there on that hill, trying to shoot him down. So we're gonna go back into what he is seeing right here. The Hellcat is really far. Turret traverse, aim, 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 puts it in there. A nice little easy kill. Oh, T-29, full health. Oh, Jesus. Now, this is one tank you do not want to see. But what is going to happen here is pretty cool. We are going to see the Tiger 1 using his DPM, and the T-29 trying to use the turret armor. Now the Panzer IV-H is right there, puts a nice hit in him, a little bit of a high roll. So the Panzer IV-H is now a one shot. T-29 moves in. Now it's face hugging time, and that T-29 is really advantaged if he gets the face hug going, because the Tiger will not have enough penetration to go through the turret. Big hit there. T-29 hits him pretty hard. But, the Tiger 1 did put 2 decent shots right in the hull. Actually, 3 decent shots from the beginning here. And now you can see Kiseitenshi is having trouble just getting the gun on, and somehow he tracks him, and he only gets critical hit. And he goes for another hit. This is really brawling action with two big monsters here. Oh, a big hit from that T-29. And boom, he is down. That was a full health guy. So Kiseitenshi is doing a really great job carrying his team here really hard and showing us how it's done with the Tiger 1. I was watching this game being, whoa man, nice, that's some good damage stuff there. Not a lot of blocking because obviously Tiger 1 is not really something you'll get a steel wall very often out of. And, you know, sometimes you get a good matchmaking. So here he is capping it along, and that Panzer IV is on 5 kills. You know, the guy probably knows what he's doing, and if he has a derp gun with gold ammo, he might actually pen him and kill him. But it's all over. Great win for Kiseitenshi. Thank you for putting this up on WOT Replays, and let's go see the post-game stats. Alright guys, here we are Endgame with this beautiful game. What a nice carry this was. So we have a shitload of medals right here. So we have Ace Tanker, Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect, a nice Pulls medal, beautiful 10 kills, a Langley's medal. I never saw this one before. It is for destroying 4 enemy vehicles or more within the base circle while they are attempting to capture the base. So congrats to you, Kiseitenshi. I had never saw this one before. Cool-headed, steel wall, high caliber defender, of course, and a top gun. Look at all these guys. Oh man, those people, man, must have been face-palming their way to defeat. Let's go see the team score. 5,556 damage with a tier 7 heavy, 10 kills, 2,097 base experience. And look at this, shots fired 31, and 27 out of those 31 hit the target, and 26 of those penetrated. You can see the accuracy on this gun, and he was like derping along there, snapshotting once in a while, and it was actually doing pretty damn good, much better than your classic Russian guns would. So 17 hits received, 5 penetrations, 12 non-penetrations, which was mostly the Leopard bouncing around on this guy. So he spotted 2 targets. He damaged 13 of the 15 tanks on the enemy team and killed 10 of those. And look at those defense points. 100, the full cap. He defended the full cap. What a great job, Kiseitenshi. That was a great game. And he did a total of 44,000 credits with a non-premium account, just showing you how much you can make credits with this thing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did. More videos like this one coming up next week.